One of the most futuristic questions I can now ask my smart home is, have I left my cup outside? That sounds tiny, almost silly, but I think it points to a much bigger shift in what cameras are about. Because for years, home cameras have mostly been treated as security devices. Something moves, they record it. Something happens, you go back and check the footage. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I use my cameras for all sorts of non-security reasons. But this time, I'm going even further. Because now that AI can look at those camera views and actually understand what is in them, the camera is no longer just a pair of eyes observing a scene. It's the brain as well.
Good morning, Katie. You appear to have slept for 6 hours and 10 minutes. Congratulations, you're quite inept. The lawn remains untidy. The workshop looks a wreck. The probability of finding 3 unfinished projects has risen again.
Now, this all started with me wanting to install my new Reolink camera to take a simple time-lapse of myself doing up the garden. Well, garden is a pretty generous word. Rubbish dump is more accurate. But it quickly became something much cooler. My new camera is the OMVI 3i PoE. It's got both the wide-angle camera and a 360-degree camera. So although I was only trying to capture my yucky garden, its range of vision captures much more than that. Normal life happening, like bikes, deliveries, weather, pets, objects being left around. And when I combine this view with my other Reolink cameras around the house, the picture just gets even richer, because they can also see my washing line, the fruit trees, my workshop, the children's play area, and all sorts of other details around the house. So there I was, looking forward to a bit of gardening and getting the camera set up, when I happened to spot a message from Pedro in my Discord channel. He was super excited about what he'd been doing with the Reolink cameras that he'd bought. And in short, he wasn't just recognising objects, he was turning objects into a series of sensors that he could feed into platforms like Home Assistant. So he wasn't just recording his devices running, he was turning their lights, their screens, their states into data that he could read. I thought this was brilliant, and I was itching to see how far I could take this. Would it be possible to use this technology to manage me and prevent me from doing stupid things, like leaving the washing out in the rain or mowing the lawn in the shape of a football? Would it help us look after our things better by telling me that I've left the hammock out before high winds, or noticing that I've left a power tool on the lawn? I had so many ideas I wanted to test. So after installing my new cam and mulling over some ideas while doing a bit of gardening, I loaded a snapshot image from the CCTV into several AIs to see how much information they could derive from a camera shot. And the result was astonishing. It picked out every object in the scene, and it didn't just give me generic descriptions, but the brand, the product type, and all sorts of information I hadn't even spotted myself. It noticed the weather. It spotted unusual objects in the scene, counts of objects, what the objects were made of, their colours, descriptions of plants, and not just vague descriptions. I was able to ask things like, how long is the grass? Or does it look like the grass needs mowing? Some of the descriptions were moving into Dexter territory. Possible wheel/drag marks pattern. That's definitely not from any nefarious behaviours on my part. After finding out that the AI can turn an image into useful data, what followed was 2 days of aggressive nerding to produce a multi-layered system that acts as a kind of bouncer slash butler slash accident prevention combo for my home. It has almost godlike powers to not just record the past, but anticipate the future, which is why I called it Janus. Now, I'm not one to reinvent the wheel, so the first layer of AI is already happening inside the Reolink world. The camera is not just sending me a dumb video feed. It can recognise things like people, vehicles, and animals. And depending on how you configure it, those detections can become alerts or events without me building anything custom at all. You can also create zones to monitor for things moving, or detect if an object has left an area, or check if an object has arrived, and all sorts. So even at this first layer, the camera is already doing more than recording. It is starting to label parts of the world. And this is where you do need to select a good quality camera so that it can pick out all of the details. This one has 18 megapixels of eyeballage across 3 cameras. But let's move on to the second layer. This is where I combine the data coming from the camera with all the other state data from sensors in the house. Things like the doors, weather, light, occupancy, automations and notifications. You won't get to this point if the brand is trapping you in their ecosystem. But Reolink allows you to connect to Frigate and then into Home Assistant. But to take the dial to 11, I built an experimental third layer. Janus periodically takes still frames from the cameras, stores them as a kind of visual memory, and then asks an AI vision model to monitor specific watch items. The reason I want to show it is not because everyone should copy this exact system. It's because it demonstrates the bigger idea. Once the camera can provide open access, the smart home can start asking questions about the visual state of the world. The kind of questions which inspired this experimental detour in the first place. Like, is there washing on the line? Are there objects on the lawn before the robot lawnmower runs? Is there a parcel by the door? Are the bins still in the bin store? Is there anything unusual in this scene? Those answers can then become normal smart home state, not a video clip that I have to watch, but a piece of information that the house can use. And this is where the camera goes way beyond being a security vice, way beyond even being a sense, but a sense with a brain. A camera with an AI layer can answer messier and vague human questions. What is on the table? Does this area look clear? What has changed since this morning? Is something out of place? Not only that, but because Janus shares everything as sensors with Home Assistant, you can make infinite automations. So if my weather sensor detects wind above a certain speed and the hammock is out, alert me. I don't need to go through all the horror stories of trampolines and parasols and the rest to show why this could be life-saving. I made a whole video about my bin reminder, but what about reminding me to bring them back in so I don't block the pavement for everyone? This can see which ones are there so that it can remind me to collect them. That's why things like resolution, reliability, and integration are important. High resolution means that there is more detail for an AI model to interpret. Pan, tilt, and zoom mean that you're not locked into one static view forever. Power over Ethernet, which is what my new one is and is the type that I normally go for, means that the camera can become part of the home's infrastructure rather than just another battery that needs attention. And the really key thing is openness. And by that, I mean support for systems like Home Assistant, Frigate, and other local tools like Janus. Open protocols mean that the camera can feed whatever system makes sense now and whatever system makes sense later, which means the camera can be used as part of a wider smart home architecture rather than being trapped inside one app. I started this video by saying that I wanted to do up my garden, but as you can see, I got a little bit sidetracked. But the opportunities truly are endless.
Everything is normal, everything except for you. Janice is observing your chaotic point of view. The gate was left open, the washing survived the rain. No action is required, you're clearly still insane. You misplaced a nail gun, I located it like that. You searched for 7 minutes, I searched for 0.3 seconds. This is not a competition, although if it were, the outcome would be statistically predictable. Everything is normal, everything except for you. The parcel has been delivered, the cats are both inside. The mower encountered difficulty, I told you it would again. A report is generated, you're clearly still insane. The cup beside the workshop has been there for 4 days. The same applies to the cable reel and the paintbrush and the ruler and the 17 objects you described as temporary processing. Observing, categorizing, optimizing, admiring, judging, no, not judging. Observing, final. Everything is normal, everything but you. The world is full of data, but I still can't grasp you. The birds have left the feeder, the sun has crossed the sky. You have been extremely interesting to statistically quantify. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for once again. Continue being abnormal, you're still somewhat insane.
As an aside, I will post some of my gardening progress for Patreons, and I'll share some of Janus's analysis of my progress too. But one final thought. For me, this has started to move my thinking of where the smart tech should be. For example, my lawnmower has all this tech built into it. Bump sensors, ultrasonic sensors, cameras and things like that. And these are to help it detect items on the lawn. But I can do that myself and much more. It has sensors to detect if it's raining. Well, Janus can detect if it looks like it's going to rain. In other words, see the future, not just the present. Even my 3D printers and tools, the AI can see what colour filaments are in the machine. It can see if I've left the AMS open. Instead of installing smart contact sensors on every single window, well, the AI can see if the windows are open. Now it can start to understand what it's looking at. And that changes what a camera is for. The smart home has had sensors for years. What it's getting now is sight. And the potential is pretty endless. But what ideas do you have? Oh, I did leave my cup outside. Hwyl fawr.
Everything is normal, everything but you. The world is full of data, but I still can't grasp you. The birds have left the feeder, the sun has crossed the sky. You have been extremely interesting to statistically quantify. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for once again. Continue being abnormal. You're still somewhat insane.